Got to admit, I'm a little bit nervous today. Not because I'm making a speech, but because I've been married for 20 years and while living with 3 females, I'm not used to speaking for longer than 15 seconds without being interrupted. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Larry, not the bride's adolescent clean-cut brother. I'm Samantha's dad. So on behalf of BJ and myself and Ben's parents, Don and Joey Claybrook, I'd like to welcome all of our family and friends and thank you for coming near and far to celebrate Sam and Ben's big day with us. I'd also like to thank everybody who's helped out on the lead up to the wedding in whatever way, big or small. You know who you are. You've all played a very important part for make this day possible. Sam, absolutely beautiful today. What else can your mom and I say other than we love you and are very, very proud of you? I think it's traditional at this point for me to share some stories about the bride. But don't worry, Sam. I promise I won't embarrass you. I'll leave that to your mom and your Aunt Lori to walk around table to table. Ben. Benjamin Bunny. Bear Slayer. Tartar sauce. A lot of inside jokes that most of you have no idea what I'm talking about, but he does. Lots of laughter and fun times we've already enjoyed, we hope, with hopes of many more in the future. Ben, there's never a guy that's perfect for a man's daughter. Ask any dad here and he'll tell you the same. If your family advances to that level in the future, I promise you'll understand the same. But son, with the successes you've achieved so far, you're pretty damn close. BJ and I welcome you to our crazy damn family. Now I know Sam will mold you into the perfect husband, but I'm sure you're a modern man and like the idea of equality as much as I do. So remember, a little housework will never kill you. But why take that chance? To the happy couple, I'm no expert on marriage, but I would like to share one bit of advice with the both of you. If you're disagreeing, bickering, squabbling, or downright arguing, never go to bed angry. Do like BJ and I do and stay up and fight all night. All jokes aside, neither of you will ever be perfect, but you can be a perfect match for each other. A successful marriage is not about finding a person you can live, but finding a person you can't live without. And your 10 years together, I know that you found that with each other. And while you have each other, don't forget you always have the support of all these family and friends. You can't get rid of us all that easy. So, you've suffered me long enough, but before we move to the great dinner, I'd like for y'all to raise your glasses and join me in a toast. To the past, for all that you've learned. To the present, that all that you share. To the future, that all you have to look forward to together. To the bride and groom.
So I'll keep this short on the account I got to pee. But you'd all bow your heads? Kidding. For those of you who don't know me, you're welcome. I'm Ben's brother and best man, Drew. When people meet us together for the first time, they always ask which of us is the oldest. I suppose that's a compliment to me because I've actually got 4.5 years on him. When I found out that I was going to be a big brother, I really wanted a sister. Now that may seem a bit counterintuitive to some, but you see, I didn't want a brother to have to share my toys with. Sharing toys is the worst. At 4 years old, I even went so far as to pick out the perfect name for this to-be sister, Pantyhose. Ben was born just 5 days after Christmas, and in order to prevent this whole sharing thing, I'd been planning ahead. One of the hot items of the season was the guard dog. This stuffed animal came with a menacing scowl, a zippered pouch protected by a combination lock, and when armed, it would bark at the would-be larcenist if moved from its post. I just knew this would be a deterrent to some infant would-be toy thief. Key term here, infant. Thanks TV commercials for teaching discrimination at such a young age. Of course, we've come a long way since then. I'm entrusting my vacant home to the newlyweds for a few days before their honeymoon next week, so y'all try not to break anything. A few days after the family returned home with my new brother, I was reminded that after a particularly fussy outburst, I walked up to my mama and asked, "When is that baby going back to his own house?" As we got older, I began to question my own name. Less often was I Drew, but Drew. And I imagine there was a period of time where Ben had his own similar existential crisis as Ben. So anyway, let's skip ahead a few years because I know none of you are here to listen to me talk. Ben barely qualifies as a product of the 80s, and he certainly grew up a 90s kid, but his taste in music is undoubtedly and wholly 80s. During high school, where he and Samantha met, and into college, he taught himself how to be a pretty damn good guitar player. Being able to kick out some nasty riffs on the Vetta is something that I'm really proud of him for learning how to do, and I often made it a point to show him off to my friends. I'm also really proud of the life that the two of you have built after moving to Tennessee. It was an ambitious move that took a lot of courage. Nevertheless, Ben is always dedicated to the task at hand, be it projects at work, learning guitar, woodworking, fixing up the house, or just finding new ways to keep Samantha happy. It's an admirable trait. Thankfully, I think she's fully qualified to keep you in line and to share toys with or something. Samantha, when Ben proposed, I was really excited for the both of you. Lindsay may have been my first sister while growing up, and she always will be. But now, in accordance with the laws of the state of North Carolina, I have another sister. What y'all need to do, though, is hurry up and move back here. I miss having the two of you around. It's hard to decorate a sleeping Benjamin after he eats too much barbecue and falls asleep on the couch when you're both so far away. I love you both, and I'm happy that you're together.
Yeah. Do the toast.
Well, I botched that one. Cheers to the new couple.
Imaginary me toasting. Okay. I'm shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that too. It's okay. It made me feel better about myself. All right, can everybody hear me? I'm really loud. I don't like that. So, congratulations, Samantha, on your big day. I know you must be relieved after so much time was put into preparing for all of this. And I know you are relieved because you have tortured me every step of the way with everything. And moving forward, I'm told that the maid of honor speeches are supposed to be heartfelt and tear-jerking. So, on to the good. So, thank you for everything. You do so much for me that I don't recognize most of the time because I'm heartless and stubborn, as you know. So, thank you for everything you do. You do everything from making me dinner when I'm lazy to putting me in my place when I'm being stupid. I'm not gonna cry. To listening to me rant about crappy days. You're always ready to make midnight trips to the gas station for coffee in our pajamas, or to even sing dramatic duets to the car radio, even though most of the time it's Panic at the Disco. It's not the radio. But the greatest thing of all is that you're always there for me. You can always tell when I'm having a hard time, and like now, you know? You can always tell when I'm having a hard time, and you always ask me what's wrong. And to be honest, I don't think about all these things that much. And, you know, when I was writing this speech, last minute of course, I finally realized all this. So I just wanted to say thank you. And all of these little things that you do for me mean so much, and I often forget to tell you that. So I've been trying my hardest to make sure that this day was going to be perfect for you because you truly deserve it. But the thing is I shouldn't have spent so much time trying to make sure today was going to be perfect because I already knew it would be. I knew it would be perfect because I can see the love between you and Ben. And although I've also spent a lot of time being forced to see it, I can still see how happy the two of you are. And I know that he's going to take care of you because he will be threatened very much by the entire family. But I also knew this day would be perfect when I saw you put on that dress for the first time. Because that was the day you fell in love with yourself. And that was the day you finally saw yourself as the queen that you are and always have been. And I knew your wedding day would be perfect because you are. And I'm so happy for you because you deserve the love from those around you and from within you. And I'm sorry that I'm crying. Apologies. And even though I don't say it very much, I love you. Even if we do fight or scream or throw things at each other, I still love you. Because that's what sisters do. And I don't know about you, but my sister is pretty great. And I love her to the moon and back. Thank you for letting me be a part of your big day. Cheers.